Uh, we're back. I want to apologize to our viewers in Bermuda, in Cayman Islands, in St. Kitts, and around the region. We had internet issues. Blame Digicel. Oh, did I say blame Digicel? Blame Digicel. And we are back now, and we are going to continue our conversation with Mr. Hunter. Is it Jaffet, or how do I pronounce it?
Japhet. Japhet. The P
Jaffet.
is silent. Yeah, it's like a Japhet. It's the son. It was one of the sons of Moses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or
Japheth.
Noah. Noah. Sorry, not Moses. Of Noah, one of Noah's sons, the one who built the ark.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, um, yeah. So we're back now, and we're going to continue this conversation, particularly where we was talking about the immigration issues in Cayman Island, where you were saying that um, I think you was like saying there were 2,000 persons on work permit just for selling real estate.
Just selling real estate. And uh, I got a personal bone to pick with the real estate industry. Um, you know, a lot of these people selling real estate have no idea about Cayman's past. So it's interesting to see that they've been so successful selling real estate. And previous governments, people seeking election, re-election, one of the hot topics, even around the world, I'm sure, is cost of living. And my big thing on the cost of living is jobs, quality jobs. Certain industries that are high earning trades. For example, real estate. If we want to uplift our people, why not train them and require real estate companies to hire at least a certain percentage of our Caymanians? And you know, the idea was we offer the training, which we already have, and you don't need to get a degree or anything. It's like a 6 week course to get into real estate, um, and you require these companies to hire. I used 50% as an example, but my people would like to see more. They'd like to see at least 80 or even 100%. And 100% Caymanian owned and operated real estate industry would be our end goal. But to reach that, we set a requirement, um, and we look at non-invasive ways of generating revenue. Our government love to do charge duties on food, fuel, and that only increases the cost of living. So one of the ideas I had was to increase the business licensing fees. First of all, you're making millions of dollars off of our real estate industry. We can always make more money, but we can't make more land. And a part of raising the fees is to generate is a non-invasive way of generating revenue. But to tack onto that, to hire more Caymanians, I would like to implement uh, some sort of framework where if you meet the requirement, let's say you meet the 50% requirement of Caymanians within your business, we offer you a discount or you pay the standard fee. But if you have less than 50% of Caymanians, I believe that you deserve to pay an exorbitant fee that can go back into our economy. And we leave it up to you. If you don't want to hire Caymanians, that's fine, but you're going to pay a fee. And, it should inspire more Caymanians working in that industry. And like I said, the training's there, but the job opportunities are not. Even myself, I thought I would be a great real estate agent after COVID, and I had applied for a job in one of our major firms. I'm going to leave your name out of it today, but I applied for one of the major firms, and I got offered a interview, and they set the date, the time. I said, "Yeah, man, no problem. I'll be there." I got all dressed up and I went down to the coffee shop to meet the gentleman that was going to be interviewing me, and he didn't show up. And on top of that, he never responded to any of my messages after. Um, and this is a serious issue. I mean, for an industry to have 2,000 work permits, Caymanians are looking for jobs in your industry, and our lax labor laws allow you to just disregard them. So one of the things I'll be seeking to do if I'm elected um, is to enhance our labor laws, come down with some stricter labor laws that are going to also, well, along with coming down with stricter labor laws, we need to increase our enforcement within the immigration and the work department. And make sure that Caymanians aren't being bypassed. Make sure that they're going for the interviews. If Caymanians aren't being selected for the job position, we need to know why. And these are some of the things that just simply aren't in place. And I don't know how it works for you guys in Bermuda, but I mean, I'm a strong believer that if a Caymanian goes for an interview, there at least needs to be a reason why, so that the government can go back and address that, so we can fill that gap.
Yeah, what I would do, I can't, I would be doing injustice trying to articulate all of Bermuda's immigration policies. What
Yeah.
I'm gonna do is have our immigration minister, Honorable Jason P. Hayward, on one day so he can articulate
Yep.
the immigration policies. But suffice it to say, they are stricter than Cayman Islands. And as I was saying prior, we have an opposition party that has been advocating for us to I don't want to say abandon our immigration policies, but to lower the bar on our immigration policies to allow, in their
Right.
words, economic growth. Right.
Yeah. Sounds
I
like
don't want to.
great to me.
Right. So I don't want to belabor that. Right.
Mm.
What I want to say in the last 4 minutes that we're on is allow you to speak to the people of the Caribbean and allow you to speak to the people of, more directly, Georgetown Vets,
Mhm.
about why they should support you in your upcoming election.
Okay. Well, for starters, I really appreciate you, um, Mr. Famous, for inviting me on to this platform. As somebody who's rather new to politics, I'm grateful for the opportunity because it helps me, moving forward with the experience and whatnot. But to the wider community, to the other Commonwealth countries, one of the things that I see here in the Great Cayman Islands, as they call it, is a lack of unity. Unity is so important. You have to stick with your people. Um, you have to love your culture, protect your heritage. Anything you don't fight for, you're going to lose. It's like Christianity in this country. We People laugh at Christians right now, and Christians were what has built this country in good faith. So I would say to you guys, please, I'm from just a young man in the Cayman Islands. Please don't make the mistake that we're making, and divide each other anymore. Um, know your people, love thy neighbor, work together, and maintain that culture and heritage within your community. And to the people of Georgetown West, to the ones that I haven't met already, and to the ones that I've fallen in love with, and I hope to represent one day.
Hey, just be clear who you fall in love with. 'Cause I don't want your wife to be like, "What did you just say?"
She understands, man. Me and the constituents, we get along, and I felt so much support from complete strangers, and that's what keeps me going, is the support. So when you see a young person doing well, and you want to see better, it's important to support them. And I've been grateful that I've been getting so much support in my community. And just know that I'm a determined young man. Um, Again, like I said, I love my community, and I really hope that as Caymanians we could get better, because we deserve better. And I'm here for the fight. I'm here to fight for you guys, um, and we'll work together. We'll build back our community. We've had years of neglect with the party politics system. Unfortunately, in Cayman, it's not working as great as it may in other countries. But we've had years of neglect. We need to rebuild our community. There are just significant issues that need to be dealt with head on. And I think I'm the man for the job. And, the best chance you have for change this election would be voting for Hunter Walton in Georgetown West. And I won't let you guys down. I will work hard every day. I've been working hard every day, um, to, make this country what it ought to be. So, yeah, get out April 30th, vote for Hunter. The best choice. You know what I mean? I'll be there for you guys. You got my number. I'm here, ready to work. So,
What hours are the polls open from?
The polls, I think they open from early. I think I haven't checked the exact time. I have a sheet, but they're probably open from 7 a.m. and I'll be out there. I know on polling day. I'm gonna be right there.
You might want to check the sheet so you'll make sure that you're there on time.
Exactly. But I know I think it starts. It's going to start fairly early, whatever the time is. We got so much going on. We got the chamber debates. I got a couple radio interviews and a couple radio debates. I'm excited to debate with my opponents. I'm excited. It's the moment I get to show you guys my determination, my willpower, my knowledge, everything I've been working on to get to this point will be shown in due time. And yeah, make the right choices, and let's move forward.
Yes, I wanna take a little selfish moment, right, and just again thank you as literally somebody who's twice your age. That I want to tell you that you exude wisdom beyond your years, right? Don't let anyone fool you that you're just this young man. You are a young man, but your wisdom is exceeds some of the people who are my age or older, right? Where their motive for being in politics is about themselves.
Yeah.
So that's the first test of your heart is what are you about? You're about yourself, you're about just padding your resume, or you're about standing up for your people, right? And standing up for your people means being there and saying the unpopular things for the betterment of the people, right?
Exactly.
We live in a time that we see bullets, we see it in America, we see it in Russia and other places where people are prepared to just literally kill other people just to have their own way. They're prepared to fire people, they're prepared to, look at what Trump is starting to do to the Caribbean, right? All of us are now under threat because he's now put out this thing saying any ship that was built in China, not that it's a Chinese ship, any ship that was built in China, he wants to put an actual tax on. So that means every island in the Caribbean is facing their ships being taxed. They aren't ships that are owned by any Caribbean island, but they provide the food source. So every ship that comes out of Florida, coming to Cayman Islands or going to the Eastern Caribbean or coming up to Bermuda might get taxed, and that means our food prices are going to go up, right?
Right.
So
now
I'm saying
it's more important than ever.
Right. So what I'm saying to you, my brother, my young brother, is this, right? You may not win the election. You may not. But whatever you do, right? Always stand up for your people, and your people will never abandon you, right? You understand?
Yes, sir.
And I just want to give a selfish shout out to my Caymanian friends. They know who they are, but I will call one name in particular is Mr. Billy Adams. Someone I consider a mentor, someone I know would always say exactly what's on his mind when it comes to standing up for the environment or standing up for Caymanian culture, right?
Yeah. Billy's son is actually my good friend. My good friend. My political advisor is Billy's son. So if those of you who know who he is, you know that you're in the right hands. You know what I mean? Billy, and we call him Billy the Goat. Billy the Goat. That's his name.
Oh, yeah, advisor or the dad?
No. Billy the Billy Adam. See what you're talking about? Billy the Goat.
Yeah.
Call him, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the son's Jonathan.
When I came to Cayman in 2018, I was invited to go on a radio show and Rooster Radio, and we were saying what we were saying, and I got a call. I didn't get a call, but the person who took me got a call that they wanted to meet me, and they came to the hotel where I was at, and just inspired me. And he was actually said, look, we had this thing called Territories Talk that we used to talk about years ago, where the different overseas territories, called back then they were called colonies, started having a real radio show. So Billy Adam is the actual, I would say, one of the inspirations of Territories Talk that we've grown from that. So I wanna thank him. If you see him, tell him I said thank you.
I will.
On a greater scale, this is just the open. You ever played cricket, Mr. Walton?
A little bit in school, but cricket's not a big deal here in Cayman. We play football, man. Love a football.
Like football, or what the
Yeah, no, no,
Americans call football?
no. Okay, if you want to call
Okay,
it American term, soccer, but we call it football around here. We made
okay,
sure to
all right, cool.
made sure to.
So, okay, let's put it in this case. This is in cricket. You have the opening bat. You have the opening bat. This is just
Yeah,
the start. This isn't the end. This isn't a
exactly.
one-time shot.
No,
So,
and
I
there'll be
want
others
to
like
thank.
me for sure. And then at least by up as of this election's finish, you're going to start seeing more and more young people getting involved. I
Mhm.
already have a list of young people for the next election, and we're going to be working towards something bigger than ourselves.
All
So
right.
I'm excited for the future of Cayman, and it's just important that we fight every inch of the way. You know.
So here's my challenge to you. Right? I'm going to throw you out a challenge. What I'd like for you to do, I know leading up to election is going to be very or should be very busy for you. But if you can find one other person, not necessarily somebody who's running, but somebody who can articulate some of the issues going on in Cayman Islands, I'd like to have them as a guest on the show because it's when one person says it, it's their opinion. When other people can say similar things, it gives a more
Yeah.
robust picture, right?
Exactly.
And so I would like to continue this conversation because Cayman is so far out to the west, many people in the Eastern Caribbean or the Southern Caribbean don't really know about it the way they
Yeah,
should.
I see that. We're more we've been more like westernized in a way. You know, we tend to everything every vacation is Miami or something close by, and we don't have much involvement with the Eastern Caribbean. And I think that that's something that needs to change, and that's why I appreciate this program. I think this program is great for opening, discussions, even sharing policies. I've learned some things from listening to you already, and if we want to get better, at the end of the day, we have to work together. And
Yeah.
it's important that we build the relationships between all the overseas territories because, as we know, I mean, the UK tend to paint us with a broad brush and lack understanding. So at least if we understand each other, maybe we can work together better to, address issues happening at home
Well,
and overseas.
I can assure you, my brother, right? Just like Trump is putting allegedly shouldn't say alleged, attempting to put a tax on every ship that was built in China, right? That would affect every island in the Caribbean.
Exactly. And we're talking about
He
food
don't
security
care.
and
He
stuff
don't
like that.
care. He doesn't know the difference between Cayman Islands and Bermuda Islands or Virgin. It don't matter to him,
Yeah.
right?
No,
We are all under threat, and we better all stick together,
that's
right?
true.
Um. So I would say, like I said, we have to continue this conversation because if you think the price of rice is expensive at Foster's today, let let Trump put that tax on. The price
Yeah.
is going up, right? So once that price goes up, everything else starts cycling up as well. But
Mhm.
anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. So I would say once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Tell your wife I said thank you for allowing this 2 hour time
Yeah.
period of speaking on
Absolutely.
the
I'll let
show.
her know, man. I'll play it back a couple of times. But thank
Yeah,
you, Mr. Prince. I really appreciate the opportunity. Um, and I think it was a great discussion. I'd love to have more discussions with you moving forward. But
yeah, of
unfortunately,
course.
quite busy these days. But
You gotta be busy.
oh
You
yeah,
gotta
no,
be,
no, yeah, no.
yeah,
My head be hurting and my head's not hurting. I'm working. So you know, it's
yeah,
we'll get over it. We'll
yeah,
get through this, and then we'll continue on. I think it's very important. And like you said, I'll see if I can
yeah.
try to track some more young people and see if we can continue the discussion. And likewise, too, I'd like to hear from some young people within Bermuda as well. Um,
Yeah, we got plenty young articulate comedians who when often we think that the young people are just worrying about what they call that what they call it, Snapchat and TikTok. No, no. There are many young people that are very issue orientated, and I would love for the cross pollination of ideas because you all are the next generation of leadership, right?
Exactly. I think it was I was reading this thing today. It was a quote from Martin Luther King, and he was saying that freedom is earned but never owned, and freedom has to be earned by every generation. You see, so our generation is coming up now, and we want specific freedoms. We have to fight for them. You know,
Right.
it's not like the past generation. They've done all the work, and we're just going to carry the torch all the way to the end. It's a
Mhm.
constant thing, you know. It's constant
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
I hope I got that
Because
quote right, though.
tyranny never ends out. As just when there's a saying, Bob Marley has a saying as well. When you think it's peace and safety, it's sudden destruction, right? So as we can see what's going on in America, right? Tyranny never ends either. So those who are willing to stand up to tyrannical people can never rest. So that I'll leave it at that. So I want to just close by giving a shout out to my co-host Shayna Smith Archer, my cousin in the Virgin Islands in the Republic of Frenchman Key, and Speaker Shirley Osborne in the Emerald Island, which is Montserrat, and former co-host Eden Harrelson, who's in the Republic of West Bay, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm. And our media partners came in Mall Road, Channel 82 in Bermuda, Radio Turks and Caicos in Turks and Caicos Island, Montserrat, Radio Montserrat, and CBC in Bahamas, right? I think I may have left somewhere else, but my apologies. And we'll talk.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Famous. All right. All the
And,
best.
and when in Cayman Islands, when your partner, when friends are going away, what not going away, but what do they say when they're leaving each other?
I'll see you later.
All right, no. Every country has a different term. Like in Bermuda, we just say check you later, right? You just say
Yeah,
check
we
you
say see
later.
you later, or yeah, man, check you later. That's it.
All right, Bobo.
Cool, bro. Take it easy.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.